Ooh, little sneaky. Oh, I didn't realize y'all were standing there. That was embarrassing. On today's episode of The Home Rancher, we got Snotwad Lincoln back over here. And today we're going to do a kind of pseudo patina wash. Now, a lot of guys do the Comet wash, like David Freiberger, fries and hamburgers. Whatever, you know who I'm talking about. Derek with Vice Grip Garage. There's so many out there that's done it so many different ways. But I'm going to show you how to do it yourself at home for $17. I got to get the power barn open on this thing and get her fired up. She ain't ran in 9 months. Battery's probably dead. Yep. Now, I can never seem to find the keys to anything, but I'll be dipped if I didn't find them. And that was easy because a couple years ago I went over to a fella's website on his page and I picked up some merch. And I got this I'll be dipped keychain. And I'll be dipped if I didn't find it. Somebody broke off my missile guiding site. Guess I have to duct tape it on. Alright, girl. How you been? Did you miss me? Nope. Still smells bad. We need to pull the interior out of this thing and give it a good scrub down also. Oh, that works again. That's crazy. Now, those of you that don't remember this car or haven't seen the revival on this here unit, this is a 1979 Lincoln Continental 4-door. Not a Continental town car, not a town car, and not the Mark 1574 35 822 9er carried a 2 divided by 3.14. And under the hood, oh, that hurt my shoulder. Under the hood, it has a 400, which is a 351 modified stroke. Most of you know them as 351M/400, etc. And this thing is an absolute turd. It does the job, but it's not something you want to go drag race in. It's a cruiser. It's not made to go rip up and down the road, although it will do a burnout, and maybe we'll do one of them when this is over today. I've replaced the carburetor on it. I replaced the fuel line, rerouted and twisted it around the fan is what I mean. I got a brand new water pump, and I've never put it on. It's making horrible noises. And it's an all original 50-ish thousand miles original one owner car that was sitting in a barn for 32 years. I'll hook this old battery that I found behind a dumpster at O'Reilly's a couple years ago up and see if she'll start. Probably not. Uh-oh, we got sparkage. Alright, don't make me look like an idiot. Well, that's easy to do anyways because I'm an idiot. Give her a few pumpy dumps. Yep, I knew that was coming. I'm surprised it haven't turned at all. Alright, so now we need to get the ragu slaw over here and hook up some alligator snappers and give her a good old jump. So you stay right there, I'll be right back. Unless you want to grab the jumper cables and pull the Nissan over here for me. That'd be great, but, you know, I need a beer. Hey, we got ragu slaw over here. We got some alligator clippers here. Now, I like to do this to confuse people. Like, if I'm helping somebody jumpstart their car, I will hook the red positive to the negative side of their battery and the black negative to the positive side of their battery, and then do the same thing on my vehicle. And they'll lose their minds. You can't do that, it's gonna blow up. You can't hook negative to positive. It don't matter which color it is, as long as it's going to the right polarity. So I'm gonna hook the black cable to the positive, red cable to the negative, and then do the same thing with this side, and it'll work just fine. But it's the shoe. If the shoe fits, wear it. If stuff. Oh, my Lanta. My back is feeling great today. Nope. Feels like I arm wrestled Jake Paul last night after the fight. That was disappointing, wasn't it? It's like neither one of them wanted to hurt each other. They're in love, I guess. Oh well. All right, snotwad girl, you ready? Well, I guess we ain't got a good connection. Yep, you're making me look like an idiot. Thank you. Probably got a bad connection. These battery cables are pretty crunchy and crispy. They need to be cleaned. I got the wrong battery in there. Sounded like it kicked down then. Let's see what we get. Oh man, right off the nose. I don't have the choke hooked up, so let me give her some persuasion here. Well, let's just give her a minute to sit here and think about it. In the meantime, show you guys exactly what you need to do this patina wash. Now, I just went down to my local Dollar General, and I got probably way too much more than what I needed. But they got these True Living brand steel wool soap pad things, you know. They got lemon scent. Does it matter? Probably not. But it says right here, compare to SOS. And then it's got some of those funny symbols after it. So I don't know if somebody was cussing because they stubbed their toe after they printed this. I'm not sure. But you get 10 in the box for $1. So I got, like anybody would, 2 boxes. Because that's 2 for $1, right? $1 buy one, get one free for $2? I don't know. And a lot of people like to use Comet. But see, I like to hang out in bars. And I've seen this stuff used a lot. And this right here is called Barkeeper's Friend. And my buddy that's a bar owner swears by this stuff. And it's his friend. Ain't that right? Then, a couple packs of these Ocello Scotch Brite heavy duty foam scrubbers. Yep, that hurt. And then All of this was only $7.15. And then, last but not least, the main ingredient that you need to do all of this and be successful. You guessed it. Cold snacks. While I'm sitting here waiting on this thing to charge up, I think I need to get refueled. Not there yet. Refueled. Hi. Speaking of refueled, let's see if Snotwad here has refueled herself enough to turn over a little faster. I think there was a little bit of fuel in the bowl, and I got a squirt or two in there. But, you know, over time, fuel evaporates out of these carburetors. So, turning it over a little bit. Hopefully we got some fuel pressure up here to the carbonator. I hope. Fuel filter looks clean still, which is surprising after sitting as long as this car did. It didn't have hardly any gas in it, but the gas that was in it was pre-ethanol. So I was able to pull fuel from the tank, and it was clear. It smelled a little bit like Dextane. Somebody almost had a wreck. But there wasn't enough in there to really take it apart and clean the system. And I slid my borescope down in there, and it was clean tank. So we just did what any dummy would do, and we dumped about 10 gallons of 93 octane in it. After it was on a boat tank, sitting here running on a boat tank for 15 to 20 minutes, letting it get a couple heat cycles and bring the rings back around. We hooked her back up to the tank, and she did the thing with the stuff that made it go boom. We like the cars that go boom. Remember that song? Yep. Those were the days. Come on, girl. Well, I don't know what she's doing. So I'm going to take this breather off. And I smell fuel. I think I may have flooded it actually, pumping it so many times. So, yeah, I smell fuel. So we know we're getting spark. We know we're getting fuel because I can smell it. And I know it's got compression because it's a low miles engine. So, we'll just give it a second. Try it again. Y'all don't have to. You can fast forward if you want. You're welcome. Little bee. Little bee, little bee, little bee, little bee. You can have my cold snack, little bee. I know, don't quit my day job. Which I did quit my day job. And then I got another day job doing the same thing. So technically I just rotated my day job. I couldn't get nothing done. I was working 7 days a week, 20 plus hours a day. Had no time for the family, no time to do any of this stuff again. And I was going broke because I really wasn't making the money I was supposed to be making. Which makes no sense. If a man works 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, he should be pretty rich. You know, like that cartoon kid, Richie Rich. I was going to name my dog Dollar, but he likes 50 cent. Well, she popped off. Y'all can probably hear that. Are you serious? I just said you were running and idling, and you pull a stunt like that? Well, I never. Ugh. You know, I never did any adjustment on this carburetor either. I just took it out of the box from Amazon and stuck it on there and called it good. So, might need to be idle up a little bit. I got to hook up the choke connection anyways. I never did that. I just had so much going on. I was so busy. I just cut a lot of corners and got it on there and made the video and got done with it. I hope there's no snakes in there, because when we got this thing, there was snake skin in it. And we've cleaned it since, but it was sitting, like I said, for 9 months, so. We good, no snakes. Alright. We got that up a little ways. Let's see what that did. I manually flicked the choke over and I turned the idle up just a smidge. Because when I put it on, I made sure I set the transfer slots, and I just set the fuel mixture like 1 1/4 turns out, and it seemed to like it. It accelerated fine, it drove great, so I didn't fool with it. She's running now though. Y'all can probably hear that water pump bearing. I got a brand new Gates water pump in the back of this Escalade. I don't know, maybe next weekend we'll make a video and do some more mechanical stuff on it. I want to kind of get her cleaned up again, because she's been sitting and being neglected, and I don't like looking at it like this. And I need to get you guys a video. Y'all ain't seen a video from me in a long time. Alright, so we got her running. I'm going to move some things around. I'm going to pull her up in the yard here, get my chair and my water hose and my cooler and all that stuff out, and we'll get to work on this thing. I'll show you guys how to clean it up. Got to get the window to roll up here. I was an idiot and pushed it all the way down. The motors are stripped, but they do work. We're going to try to do an old fix that I learned many years ago. And hopefully we can solve the problem. Alright, let's shut her off. And then I'll give you guys a walk around. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to rig up something on the windshield, pointing across the hood, with the hood down, of course. That way you guys can see what I'm doing and hear what I'm saying and laugh at everything that I mess up. Sound fair? So let me dig around real quick. I think I've got something that I can put on this windshield after I clean some of the debris off of it and face it towards the hood. That way we can talk about what's going on this paint and whatever delamination and oxidization we have going on. And then I can walk you guys step through step on the processes of doing this. And we'll do one half the hood, and then we'll look at it, and then we'll do the next step and then look at it, and then do the other half, first step on the other half of the half, because the half was a half before it was a full, and now it's a whole. I just confused myself. I need to take a nap. I don't even remember what I'm doing now. What is today? My birthday? No, it's in a couple weeks. I think I'll be 96. Let me go find what I was doing. I don't know. I need another cold snack probably. Can you see? I can't. I'm blind. Alright, so we got a hood. I'm not telling you what I got holding the camera up. I'm embarrassed. I found some black caulk. Not... Ricky, seriously? It was an old tube of caulking. It was black caulking. And I kind of made something to go on the windshield using black caulk. Ricky, I'm not doing this with you today. You can just shut up. Alright, so if you guys can see, I'm going to get a hotter hose and wet this thing down, and then we're going to put some Kame on here. Or I know we didn't use Kame. We're going to use the drunk barkeeper stuff. And we're going to sponge and scrubber half the hood right at the body line and see what the outcome is. And we may go ahead and come on over here to the top of the fenders over here as well. There's some rusting and some like hazing and this delamination here of this old enamel clear coat, or maybe this was early lacquer clear coat. I don't remember. I have to look into that. And I want to see what the effect is versus the barkeeper's friend and the scrubby, and then come back with the SOS pad and see what kind of finish we get from that. Because we may just put some boiled linseed oil on here, or a guy might contact another guy. Y'all might know him. His name is Derek Gary, Vice Grip Garage. And see if maybe he might send the guy some of that wipe-on clear coat. And we'll put it to the test on the old snot wad here and see what we get. So I'm going to get the hotter hose, and I'm going to get another cold snack. That's what reminded me of that. We're going to get to work on this. We'll be right back. Oh, baby. We got some hot, whoa. Wasn't prepared for that. We're on shower mode. We'll get her good and wet here. It's always good to get her wet. Anytime you're going to do something, no matter how big, how small, that's what she said, always get her wet. The wetter you get her, the better. Alright, so we are going to do the driver's side first. So let me get my barkeeper's friend and give it a little sprucey deuce. We're just going to start on that little section right there. We're going to wet our spongelizer here. I need a beer assistant. How did Richard Rollins get a beer assistant? Well, what do I got to do that? I mean, is there like a application you got to fill out or something? Oh yeah, that red oxide primer's coming through. I think we're going to get a real nice patina wash out of this. Now we don't want to dig too far, but we do want to give it some character. And all these spots where it's trying to burn through, I want to just help it a little bit, but not too much. I want to give it character. I don't want to ruin it. When you see it starting to break through, if that's what you don't want, stop immediately. But if you want that look, go ahead and continue and work for your shapes. If you want to widen it, you want to come at it in this direction. If you want to lengthen it, you want to come at it in that direction. You are controlling the canvas. This is the canvas, you're the artist. Ultimately, your results are your choice. And how you choose to build and paint your portrait is your choice also. I'm going to get a little more Barkeeper's Friend on this section here. Now you can use Comet, but I like this Barkeeper's Friend here just because I've used it before and I like the texture of it versus Comet. This is a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little more aggressive. And I'm looking to give this some character down the body lines, which is what I'm doing right now. Notice I'm pushing harder, and then I lighten up as I get back towards the windshield because I want it to go back to regular paint. I'm exposing that red oxide primer underneath this paint. I think this is going to come out really nice. And then we'll get the SOS pads and really fine and tune it a little bit and get our shapes and our designs a little better. I think we might do some wipe on clear coat on this. And you can see the blue. And you can use this on your stainless and your chrome, and it's not going to hurt it. Now remember, you don't want to go too far through and get down to the metal, which I think I just accidentally did, but that's okay. We can give it a little rusty looking patina as well, and we can clear coat over that. I'm really excited to see what we get. Oh yeah, by the time we hit that with the SOS pad, we're getting that red oxide primer to really pop through now. And you guys, some of you guys might not like this, but this is what I'm going for. I want a weathered, I want it to kind of look like it's from Arizona originally. So I want it, it's got sun-baked paint. I just want to bring that out a little bit and give it that Arizona desert baked paint effect, you know. And if I decide to paint it later on down the road, it doesn't matter. This is something that needs to be done really anyways to get all the crap out of the paint. And that's so much smoother now. Can you guys see that on camera? Can you see how the red oxide primer came out through here? I'll bring you out here in a minute and show you. And then we're going to take a SOS pad and we're going to bring this out a little more so it doesn't have those sand scratches per se in it, and kind of give it a blended effect. See the difference between that, which was already going through, you can see it there, and then that, we went ahead and knocked that top off. And you can see these scratch lines, which we'll get all that out with the SOS pad. Let's see how that body line there, it's right down that edge. And we're going to work that out a little more with the SOS pad. That spot right there should come out really cool too, just like the top of this fender. It's mainly just surface rust, but we're going to see if we can knock it down and make it look a little better. And look at how that stainless actually cleaned up as well. We can run a polisher on that if we wanted to. But yeah, it's starting to dry up. But wet is what it would look like with some wipe on clear. And I think they'd be kind of cool. I like the terminology of the look of this and me calling it Snot-Wad Lincoln. People are going to be like, look at that piece of junk. But I'm on the inside nice. The air is going to work. It's going to ride good. It's going to drive great. And who knows? Maybe we'll be in your town. Maybe we'll be at a car show. Maybe you'll see us at Ford Fest next year. That's the ultimate goal. Get this thing done so I can take it around and let other people enjoy it. And let it do what it was meant to do. Be driven. Be enjoyed. It's a family car. I'll put my family in it. But we got a lot of mechanical work to do as well. Alright. Got a couple SOS pads here. I don't like just using one. I'll put two in the palm of my hand like this. We'll wet it, get the soap activated, and we're going to go to town. We're going to go in kind of circular motion. And we're not going to really push hard. We're just going to let our weight of our hand kind of push down on that flat surface. We don't want to dig. We don't want to put our fingers down in it and create streaks and marks. Sorry, babe, if you're watching this, but I got to take my rings off before we start gouging into this thing. Don't worry, I'll put them back on. In the pocket they go. Oh. There we go. I'm applying a little more pressure because I'm looking for a little more effect here, and I'm achieving it. But I'm trying to get those brush stroke looking marks out of it as well. And over time, over washing and doing this, you know, you'll get it where you want it. There is no perfect way to do this. Every car is different, every surface is different, every paint is different. It depends on how it's aged. And don't be upset if it don't happen the way you want it the first time. You can just try again. And you can come back and get you some paint color matched in a spray can and fog stuff in and do things as well, which we're going to do some of that on this car because we do have some spots that I want to address bodywork wise. There's some dents that's mysteriously, not sure how, but they've mysteriously appeared over the course of 9 months of sitting in the driveway. So we're going to address those. If I could put these on a DA interface pad and put it on low and achieve anything. We could try that one day. It'd be an experiment for us in the future. Not today. Now, you know, I know this isn't for everybody. Not everybody likes the patina. Not everybody likes that I'm doing this, and I get it. And I know there's going to be 15 or 20 of you in the comments that say, why would you do that? Why don't you just paint the car? Because I don't want to paint the car. And it's my car. Which means I can do what I want to it. So if you want to paint your car, go paint your car. But I don't want to paint my car. I want to do this. And if people would learn to respect each other and not say hateful, hurtful things, because I want something and you don't want it, doesn't mean that we have to be enemies. Let me do what I want to do. You do what you want to do. I support you. You support me. It's that simple. That's how we have peace. That's why God made us all different. We all have our own views, whether it be political or religious or family views or whatever. You know, we have that freedom. God gave that to us. It's written in our DNA. I don't have to do something specifically because you said I should do it or that somebody else did it. And you guys that go on videos and Facebook posts and stuff and attack people that are doing what they truly love and desire, you should be ashamed of yourself. Flip the script around. And how do you feel when they attack you? So everybody should be more mindful of each other's wants and desires and beliefs. Just because you don't like something and somebody else does, doesn't make them a bad person. And it doesn't mean you should bully them or be an ass. Honor and love thy neighbor and brother and sister in Christ. Now, I'm not going to sit here and quote the Bible, but I will tell you we should be nicer to each other. Because this world we live in today isn't what it used to be. And there's a lot of hate, and there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation, and people attacking people for no reason. And there's no point in it. I think we're going to get Mama Bunny out here and see what she thinks about this. She probably won't like it. She don't like anything I do. I can't even poop the right way without her getting angry at me. Jiminy Christmas. Alright, so we rinsed it off a little more. Now it has that sun-baked, weathered appearance versus just old, dirty, partially faded, cracked, rough, smooth. That gives you a good surface for your clear coat to adhere as well. What do you think, Mama Bunny? Come take a look. Who you got there? He's got his leash tangled around his leg. He said, Dad, help me.
Say hi, everyone.
What do you think, Mama Bunny? Come over here. Look across the front. You like that weathered Arizona, kind of like desert sun-baked look?
Yeah.
Or are you like some of the other people that say, why would you do that to your car? Paint it.
No, it brings that character.
Right. It's unique. I mean, how many years did it take for this patina to develop? And we're just helping it along a few steps, because a few good washes, it's going to come off on its own. But I think by doing this and then putting a wipe-on clear coat on here, give it some character. It doesn't always have to be shiny and brand new and pretty. Not to enjoy it, as long as it's mechanically sound. Hey, Mama? Would you drive it?
Oh, yeah.
As it is, or painted like brand new?
As it is.
Well, Mama Bunny said it, so. And what she says is the law. I got knots all over my head from her. And you hear him? She abuses him too. She won't give him snacks. I have to do it.
Come say hi to everybody. Say hi.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Blue. What you doing? Huh? Who's your favorite YouTuber? You like that dog Theo on Puddin's channel, don't you? Theo dog. You need some of them flannel shirts like he's got. You want a pumpkin shirt? Hey, you want a treat? Where's Cookies at? You want cookies? All right, let's go find you a cookie. All right, so we got the hood patina washed. Got a little carried away on the driver's side, but that's all right. We'll do a little something else to that. Kind of bring that out a little bit, let it weather a little bit. Down this fender here, really broke loose a lot. Some of that spotting where the leaves were just sitting back here actually broke through the paint and had some rust bubbles, but we'll probably take some salt and some vinegar or something and get down in there and get that to rust up a little more. Then we'll encapsulate it and clear it. This side of the hood really come out really good over here. I'm really impressed with that one. Once we get the clear on there, that's pretty much what it'll look like. But I think I'm gonna run with a matte clear instead of a gloss clear. Well, let's keep on going.
And unfortunately, I didn't get to keep on going. My battery died. Idiot. Anyway, truth be told, it's 2 weeks later. And out there it's cold. and there's been snow coming down and all kinds of crap. But anyway, you've seen the stuff. We're going to do some more to it. And I am in the market of finding an LS motor and a harness, preferably a 6-liter, maybe something's got a cam in it, and a tube PCM, I don't know. And I need it with a wiring harness, an OEM harness. And I'm going to send off S-Escalade's harness with that harness. And I got a guy that custom builds harnesses for our OPS trucks. So S-Escalade is getting an LS. So do I call it L-Escalade now? No. It's still going to be S-Escalade. It's going to really be S-Escalade now, though. Cammed, slammed, and rammed. Let it settle. Anyway, I'm going to be working my tail off for the next couple weeks. As you know, that holiday's coming with trees and the balls and the white thicky thingies, you know, and that fat guy with the white beard. Not me, the big white beard with the rosy cheeks. I'm not talking about me, Ricky. Anyway, he's coming, and I owe him a bunch of money because he brings presents every year for these kids. I gotta work to make money. It ain't free. But I love you guys, and I'll get another video out to you hopefully here soon. And I'm sorry that I lost the rest of that footage for that, which wasn't much. I didn't do a whole lot more. It started raining. I guess I could have been out there in my Speedo and done a little more Comet Wash with the Scotch Brite pads and SOS pads. SOS? SOS? I don't know the name of it. It's weird stuff, and it does things, and it has soap in it. It's steel wool with soap in it. Soap over steel wool. I don't know what it stands for. Some old stupid ass. That's me. But I'll see y'all guys next time. Remember, if you don't get up and get outside and try to do something, you're never going to get your project done. You're going to be like me. You're going to work all the time and never have time to do nothing. And be broke. Maybe 10 years from now we'll get S-Escalade done and we'll finish the last video on it. Probably not. I'll probably sell it, wind up with a tricycle. Who knows? Y'all have a good day.